Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about the lack of historical authenticity from Amazon. Well, let's be honest, I don't think they've ever been that authentic on anything that they have done lately. Well, thinking about it, I don't think they were that authentic on anything that they've released, to be honest. But either way, I am going to talk about the latest shenanigans, which is My Lady Jane, that is being released by Amazon on the 27th of June of this year. It's the most current year thing you will see in the month of June. You would think that it was actually... No, maybe there's Doctor Who, perhaps, on the month of June, which also topples the current year thing, because I don't know which one is winning in the current year thing, because after all, let me show you how bad this is. First and foremost, you have race swaps. First and foremost, you see black people in the middle of the 1500s in England, in the years in which Europe was only beginning to actually be aware that there is anything more on the other side of the vast ocean and down. They weren't aware of any of that. But then again, these people here actually think that the Middle Ages of England was as diverse as California or as New York. I think these people here are not very bright, or they even cared about historical authenticity or anything of the sort. You look at it and it makes you quite look. This shouldn't be there because it's the Middle Ages. History is very clear. We were pretty ignorant about the world back then. Obviously, in comparison to what we know today. And we're still very ignorant with what we know from what we will know in 100 years from now. And this is common. This is acceptable because it's history. It's the limitation of human knowledge. Obviously, Europe back then in the Middle Ages knew more about the world than, say, 1,500 years ago. It's just how it is. Even Africa, sub-Sahara Africa, where black people comes from, wasn't aware that Europe existed, nor were they aware that Asia existed, or even parts of the Southern Africa continent existed. So much so that South Africa was literally vacant. There were nobody there when the Europeans arrived. And obviously, here we have, the gay kiss. Yeah, because after all, homosexuality was well accepted back in Middle Ages. Makes total sense, doesn't it? But before I continue, here is something which is more historically accurate, despite the light fantasy elements of it.
Chosen knights. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal. We are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
Right. So, here we go with the gay kiss, because it's obligatory to make it even more current year. Right. So you would even be mistaking this for something from BBC or Disney, but this is Amazon, and Amazon is very well clear in the very woke department. And they have literally zero respect for history, even though they are trying to change the story from Lady Jane surviving her execution and things like that. Fine, that's a small change, but this is kind of like introducing iPods in the Middle Ages, or a cell phone. Why doesn't he pick up a cell phone and call his wife? Why doesn't he drive around the kingdom in a BMW? Why doesn't he fly around England? Oh wait, you draw the line in those areas. Why? Makes you question things, doesn't it? The absurdity and the lack of respect. This, you would never expect this in the Middle Ages. This is not, and will not. Come on. Really? This shows a complete and total lack of respect for the viewers, for the cast, for the story, for history. Because what you're trying to tell us here right now is that black people do not have a history or a story or folklore that you guys can actually take from and make a TV series or a TV show or a movie based on those stories. If you recall correctly, a couple of times ago, months ago, or a year or so, The Woman King was released, and they tried to whitewash the crimes of the Dahomey. That's how bad they are when they find out that Africa actually has history. Yeah, this is what happens when you hire woke idiots. They do not know what they are doing. I mean, they are woke to begin with, so that's a given. So here it is, the cast of My Lady Jane. And you can see that there is quite a lot. So I took the liberty of actually adding them to my woke washing list. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, it made the black washing list grow exponentially. From 1 to, well, let's go there. Well, since we are on the D's right now, oh, we got from E's almost to the 100. 99, 100. Right. Right, 200s, we are on the L's. Right, so the 300s, we are finally reaching to the S part. No, at the beginning of the T's. That's how bad this thing is. We managed to get to 337 entries on the list. That's how bad Hollywood and these woke idiots are. And don't worry, I actually added a few entries in the Hispanic washing, and the brown washing, and the alphabet washing. Because it's the proper thing to do. After all, it's the current year, and Amazon is definitely one of the kings that likes to fondle all the kings of the same kingdom because it's current year. Anyway, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and remember, fuck you, YouTube. Fuck you.